and you're throwing the jab like, oh, me. How ironic is that? I'm doing a video showing you how not to hyperextend your elbow, and I've just hyperextended my elbow. Oh, it's in pain. I hyperextended my elbow that much that pieces of bones chipped off and was flowing around inside of my arm. I needed surgery, which left me unable to fully extend my left arm, which I guess shortened the reach of my jab by around an inch. But that didn't stop me, because around 3 years later, I went to the Olympic Games, won a medal, and then became an undefeated professional boxer. And on this video, I'm going to show you things that you can do in training to develop great habits to prevent this from ever happening to you. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, as well as give you a bit of a treatment for it if you are suffering from a hyperextended elbow, which doesn't include surgery. But first, it's important that you understand exactly why this happens. The chances are you're so relaxed when you're throwing that jab, whether it's on the bag or in shadow boxing, and you're just flicking it out. Well, if you're doing that, all your muscles in your arm is so relaxed, and that is going to cause the problem of the hyperextension. And if you're too much relaxed, and your hand is relaxed like this, and you're flicking the jab out, that's where your muscles is not tight enough to protect your elbow. Now, that being said, I'm not saying you need to be all stiff and throw the jab every time like this, and that will prevent this from happening. But what you do need to have is a tight fist, and you can stay relaxed with the elbow. You can stay relaxed on the shoulder. As long as your fist is really tight there, that's going to help prevent this from happening. And the training method I'm going to show you in a little bit will definitely help you develop these good habits. And another thing that could be causing this is the way you're punching. If you're not turning your hand over when you throw the jab, and you're throwing the jab like, oh, me. I just did it there. Oh, mate. That's exactly it. I just hyperextended my elbow there by doing this demo. Me. And what I just did there with the stupid demo is I threw the jab like this and relaxed the arm, and then I've just, hyperextend my elbow. This is the first time I've done this in a very long time. Now it's in pain, so I'm going to definitely have to use the treatment at the end to fix this. So you need to turn your hand over. What this does with a tight fist, even though the arm's relaxed, but you turn over, it helps the muscles tighten up around that elbow area, compared to the opposite, which I just did. I'm not going to do again, where you're coming straight out like this. Now, here's a training method you can do that will help you get out of habits of hyperextending the elbow. Now, what I've done here, I've tied a hand wrap from the ceiling to the floor, and this is what we're going to punch. Now, when you're hitting the heavy bag and you're close to it and you're throwing them punches, you're not really thinking about hyperextending your elbow, because you're close to it. You're not really going to miss that punching bag, and you can flick your punches on the bag, and you know that you're not going to miss it because your feet's close to it. But when you're using something like this, if you're so relaxed, you're going to hyperextend your elbow and hurt yourself. So what you've got to do, you've got to get into habits of keeping the tight fist and not hyperextending. Because you can punch straight through this, and it's kind of like punching fresh air and not giving you any resistance, this will only develop these good habits that we need. And another thing that you can do is, if you've got a coach, to have him, rather than hitting mitts, use the noodles. This is minimum resistance that will help you get into the good habits as well. When you're doing a workout with a hand wrap like this, you can still go at a high intensity like I'm doing here, working on fully extending my punches, but not hyperextending the punches. Staying relaxed, working on good form, good technique, and breathing all the way through. None of this, more of this stuff. And one thing that you can do to make sure that you're punching perfect is do my ideal punching method. This is where you identify your mistakes, and then you drill out your bad habits, then you evaluate, analyze, and then you will level up with your punching. And I've created a free video package for you to do this, where I'll take you through it step by step and give you the perfect workouts to perfect your punches. If you click the link below, I'll send you this package for totally free, no strings, and it's going to help you identify the mistakes that you're making, which are causing elbow problems and other problems as well. Now, if you've hyperextended your elbow and you're in pain, or if you ever do and you are going through pain, or if you're any other injury, there's this method that you should use to help you with recovery and get out of that pain, and it's called the Rice method, which our Great Britain boxing team physio used to have us do if we ever got injured. We go straight into the Rice method. If you've injured your arm, which I've just done making this video, I highly recommend you do this. Rice stands for rest it, ice it, compression, and elevation. Now, no matter what you've injured, if you do this method straight away, it's really going to help you with your recovery. And my wife gives a great breakdown of this method, as well as fighter injuries, on her YouTube channel. If you click here, I'll send you straight to my wife's video, and I'm sure you're going to love it. So click here and watch this video next.